In this video, I'm going to share with you my recent comic haul and talk about the idea of letting books find you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video with Swaggle. And in this video, I'm going to share with you my recent comic haul and talk to you about this idea of letting books find you. Now, what do I mean by that, letting books find you? Well, what I've realized in the years that I've been collecting comic books is that when I have certain books that I'm after and hoping to get my hands on one day, if I just go about the hobby and over time visit different LCSs, I tend to find that the books that I usually want end up showing up or, find their way to me, which is really, really cool. And I wanted to share with you guys like my experience with some of the things that I picked up, because some of the things that I picked up are books that I deem as ones that found me. And, I wanted to talk about that and explain it in a way that we can sort of, maybe use to help alleviate some of the FOMO that we all have, and just share my experience, and hopefully you guys, find this helpful and want to see some of the books that I recently picked up. But before I can get into that, if you guys could drop me a like or a comment or subscribe if you're enjoying my content. Love interacting with you guys. It's been really, really awesome having this channel. We're still doing the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. There is still time. If you go to that video and like, comment, and subscribe and sign up for the contest before Saturday 1-16 at 9 a.m. Pacific, you will be eligible to win one of the books. We're past the 1,100 mark, so I'm going to be giving away 3 books from the PC, but happy to do it because anyways, I went to my comic book store recently and picked up a few new books that I'm going to share with you in this video today. So anyways, if you could do one of those things, that'd be really awesome. But let us get into this video, and that is going to be me sharing with you guys my recent comic haul and then talking about how to let books find you. Okay, so first, total disclaimer, I know with everything going on with COVID, a lot of what I'm going to be talking about requires you having the ability to visit LCSs and go in person to, find some of the books. And I realize for a lot of you out there, you may not have that opportunity with COVID, and maybe you live in a place that doesn't have that many LCSs accessible to you, which, for me, I've been very fortunate. I live in an area that has a lot of different LCSs around me. And not only that, the LCSs that I enjoy going to have taken COVID very safely, or they've treated it, with a lot of reverence. So I feel very safe when I go into their stores, and I really appreciate that. And I really appreciate how the LCSs have been handling it. So with that being said, I got to go to one of my favorite comic stores recently, and I didn't pick up too much stuff, but I picked up some things that I wanted to talk to you guys about in letting these books find you. And I'll show you some of the things that I picked up, and then talk a little bit about them, and then maybe give some context as to what I mean by that. All right. So the first book that I have here to show you is going to be X Factor #5, and for those who don't know, this is the first appearance in Cameo of Apocalypse. Now, what is really cool about this book is that, I'm not someone that has a lot of runs that I collect, but I do have a few. And one of the runs that I've been putting together over the last, I'd say 3 years or so has been an X Factor run. And I'm actually at the point where I have every issue of X Factor 1 through 90, except I was missing one book. And the one book that I was missing was always this one right here, X Factor #5, first cameo appearance of Apocalypse. And there have been many, many times that, I've looked at this book on eBay and wanted to maybe get it just to feel like I, filled my run and everything like that. But, with the prices going on, being that this is kind of a cool key, it's got the first appearance of Apocalypse, it was on eBay around that $15, $20 mark. And for me, why was I in a rush? Why did I really need to fill my run at that moment? I never really felt like it was that important for me to pull the trigger on that book. And I just kind of told myself, I said, if I just go around to different LCSs and spend time flipping through and go to the X Factor section, one of these days, I'm going to come across this book right here and have the opportunity to buy it at a price that I felt was very, very fair. And lo and behold, eventually, the book found me. And this last time I went to the LCS, they had it in stock, and it was, $5. So it was a great, great, great price compared to what I would have to pay for it online if I wanted to get my hands on it. So that's just one book that I thought was kind of cool that found me, in especially for you guys out there. If you guys are big, proponents of collecting runs, if you guys like collecting runs, let that be the game for you, instead of getting it on eBay and paying like a premium on it, let it be the fun mission for you guys to, have purpose to visit your LCS, like flip through those sections and see. And then, there's no better feeling than flipping through the section and seeing that one book that you're missing and be able to purchase it, especially if it's like, really, really affordable, $1 or $2. And, it's as opposed to what you would be paying on, eBay. So that's definitely something that's really cool. Let those books find you, especially if they're the run fillers. All right. Additionally, here was another cool book that found me, and this is going to be Incredible Hulk 105. And this is just like an amazing, amazing classic cover. And what's, for those who don't know, the Immortal Hulk, the current run of the Immortal Hulk came out, and this was, they did the cover swipe. So this is like the original one. And I found this book for $10, which was great. And what was really cool about this is that this is the book that was sort of like, it was on my list of things that I wanted to get, but it was more of that B tier, C tier list. And there have been times where I saw it on eBay and I was like, should I do this? Should I do this? But like, remember, I have like these other goals that I'm going for to reference. Like, I share with you guys my wish list for 2021. Like, I got to save my money and I got to reach for those goals. So I can't be paying premium for books like this, where, these are just sort of on my like, B list of books that I'm pursuing. So these are the books that, I've always determined, I'm like, let them find you, Swaggle, let them find you. And finally I went to the LCS and luckily enough, they got in a bunch of Incredible Hulk stuff, which I'm about to show you more of them. But this was one of them, Incredible Hulk 105, and I was super, super excited to pick this up because it was a great deal. And then it was a really great feeling that when I came across it flipping through the section, I was like, oh cool, like this is it. This is the book that I always really wanted to pick up. And I had waking up that day, I had no idea that I was going to get my hands on this book, and here it is now in my collection. So really, really cool. All right, let's move on here. The next book I have here is Incredible Hulk 166. And what is the significance of this one? This is the first appearance of a character known as Zax, or Zazazax, or Zax, but I call him Zax. Anyways, this is the first appearance of his character. He is a B tier villain. You know me, I love my B tier villains. And I still owe you guys a video that I'm going to talk about of where I get a lot of my speculation from. I got to talk about that because Zax is a character that fits into that, the theory I have for MCU speculation. And so I wanted to get my hands on this book. Again, this was another book that I've seen on eBay, not very expensive. I can get it on eBay for $10, $7, $8, maybe $9, things like that. But, again, I just always told myself, focus on the other stuff you want and let these other books come to you. And I was lucky enough that because my LCS got in a bunch of old Incredible Hulks, I was able to pick this one up. All right, next one up here, we have Incredible Hulk 168. And what is the significance of this? This is the first appearance of a character known as Harpy. And for those who know, this is the love interest, whose name I forget. I think Jennifer Lawrence, right? No, not Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Garner. Whoever it was in the Incredible Hulk Edward Norton movie who played his love interest, it's her character within continuity that becomes Harpy. I think MODOK turns her into this character here. And we've recently seen Harpy in the Immortal Hulk run. We might see more with her. I think she's currently on the cover with Leader in the newest Immortal Hulk that came out yesterday. So this was a really cool book that I wanted to pick up. You never really know. I mean, maybe we're going to see Harpy in the She-Hulk show. I mean, we're already going to get Abomination. We may be going to get Leader. Why not see Harpy? They all kind of connect with the whole gamma power radiation stuff. And so, we might end up seeing her. All right, moving on now. The next book I picked up here is Incredible Hulk 171. And this is just a classic cool cover where we have Incredible Hulk fighting Rhino and Abomination. And I just thought that this was a cool cover. Like no real story significance here, but this is one that, just presents beautifully. It's cool. We have two classic B tier villains going against the Incredible Hulk. I wanted to pick it up. And similarly for this one here, Incredible Hulk 172, just the next one after that, another classic cover, Juggernaut. So these are ones that I wanted to pick up. They were being sold for very, very fair deals, and I thought that they'd be kind of cool to add to the collection because I love these sort of old Incredible Hulk and whenever they're fighting the B tier villains, I love that stuff. So wanted to pick that up. And then the last one I have here, which is really, really cool because I haven't talked about this yet on the channel. This one is going to be Daredevil 270. And what is the significance of this one? This is the first appearance of a character known as Blackheart. And Blackheart, for those who don't know, is the son of Mephisto. So if we in fact are getting Mephisto in the MCU, is it possible that we might see Blackheart? I don't know. This is a long ways away from coming, to fruition. I mean, we got to just get Mephisto on the table first, if in fact we even are going to get Mephisto, which I think we will, but who knows? But we could end up seeing Blackheart one day, especially, he could be a great villain for them to put against like Blade or Ghost Rider or characters like that. If they ever do a Disney Plus show with those types of, the horror characters, Blackheart would be a great one for them to go up against, like Nightmare. So anyways, this was another book that I've always sort of had on the list. It was down in the sort of the B tier, C tier list, but in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, let me keep my eye out for that one. And this is one that finally found me. So again, when it comes to this idea, when we're mitigating our FOMO, really, if you want to pursue certain books, but don't get sidetracked with the B tier, C tier books that you're going after. Let those books find you, because if you are fortunate to where you can go to LCSs that, restock their inventory and have a lot of back issues and stuff like that, over time, it might take a year or so, but these books will find you. They really will. That's been something that's been so amazing to me is, and I haven't even gone to that many LCSs. I just, tend to go maybe once a month or once every 2 months, maybe, or twice every month if I'm lucky. And I'm really fortunate that, these books just, they pop up. They pop up if you are looking for them and you have access to LCSs that have good inventory. Anyways, that's all I got for my comic book haul. Let me know what you guys picked up recently. If you've been able to go out or pick up anything, let me know what you think of some of these books. What do you guys think of this idea of letting books find you as a way to sort of mitigate your FOMO, or a way to find, books at good deals? Definitely for me, it's worked out really well, especially when I'm trying to film my runs or I'm pursuing, keys that I don't really need, but keys that, I've just sort of had in the back of my mind. Anyways, that's all I got for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to like, comment, or subscribe. Sign up for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Get one of those books. I'm going to be giving away 3. So, hey, by all means, sign up. You may be a winner. And thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.